Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Adam and Steve, not
Adam and Eve,
the podcast where we bite the apple. Well, happy holidays, Garden Hose. We are back.
I'm back at it. Merry Christmas.
Right? Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
About to be Happy New Year.
Right? Whatever it is that you... I know. Can you believe that this year is almost over?
No.
It has flown by.
Like the speed of light.
I know.
So stupid.
It's crazy how time flies as you get older. And like when you're a kid, you're just like, I can't wait till I'm 18 and I move out of this house.
You just can't like wait for Christmas in general. You're literally
Right.
like waiting to open presents under a tree. And now it's like, okay, like I can't even believe we're here already.
I know. Or like you can't wait for summertime to come and it just feels like it's never going to make it. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it just flies.
Now it flies and it's sad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're back, guys. We hope everybody's been doing well.
Yeah.
Considering the world is crazy.
Still,
Right.
2 years later.
Right, it's true. That is true. But before we get into it, we have a guest. So, Adam, why don't you introduce our special guest today?
Sergio Ardila, a.k.a. my boyfriend.
Hi. Whoop, whoop.
I know. We should have had a sound there.
I know. I should have did the clapping or something. I need to do better. Well, tell the Garden Hose a little bit about yourself, Sergio.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Adam. And hello to all the garden hosts out there. Happy holidays
Just
to all of
hoeing
you
around.
too.
I know, right?
I'm a big fan of the podcast, so I'm nervous as fuck. But here we
All
go.
right.
Don't be nervous.
I'm Sergio Ardila. I live in San Francisco, but I'm originally from Bucaramanga, Colombia. And I'm here.
By the way, I just sorry to interrupt you because I know you're like
Always
just like
doing that.
I know, but I actually was able to pronounce that when the first time he was telling me.
Oh, God. Okay, but don't forget you're bilingual now, so...
Okay. Anywho, keep going.
Yeah, no, and I'm here because I'm Adam's boyfriend and he asked me to.
I mean, that was partly true.
like partly,
I'm kidding.
but no. Also, he's doing amazing things.
Yeah, I'm here to talk about some projects that I've been working on, but I'll talk to you guys a little bit about
Yeah,
that
we'll
later.
get into that
Okay.
for
Yeah,
sure.
we'll get into it. He's doing some good things for the community, so we thought it'd be nice to have him on to kind of just talk about some things, and then, we can get it out there and you guys can support,
Absolutely.
you so
So, but before we get into that, what's going on in the neighborhood? Like, what have we been doing? Adam was just in San Francisco.
Surprise, surprise.
Where it was cold.
Otherwise.
I know. It was cold though, wasn't it?
It was fucking cold. Actually, we were in San Francisco, and then we took a little trip with a few of his wonderful friends, and went to Guerneville.
Yes.
Yeah, Guerneville, and it's pretty out there.
Well, what's in Guerneville?
A few things.
I've never heard of it.
Like a bar, and another bar, and a Safeway, and like a couple bars and a restaurant. And
Okay.
no, actually, it was a really cute place. It was like in the middle of like kind of the woods. We went on a really muddy hike because it was raining and stuff the day before or maybe a few days before. But it was cute. We stayed in the house with a few people. I got to have like a intimate just session with like his friends that I've seen it out and about, but I didn't get to connect with that well until this trip, and it was fun. Did you have fun?
Yeah, I did. And actually, Guerneville is a really fun town during the summer. There's maybe not a lot to do in the winter, but we still, I think we made the best of it.
Yeah, I think we did.
It
I could
sounds
see how it could be fun during the summer. It was gay friendly.
Okay.
Which was
They have a
interesting.
gay resort there too.
Yeah.
In the summer, they throw great parties there too.
Yeah.
Okay. Cute. Well,
So we might have to go back in the summer.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say I'd join you, but it kind of sounds like the making of a scary movie.
Well, so here's
I
the thing:
just
when we were
don't
when we
know.
were driving there, and it was like super foggy too. I was like, "Is this where you're taking me to get murdered?"
It's like our Palm Springs. But
Yeah, it's not
You
the
know.
same as going to Palm Springs, but it was really pretty, and it was cool to kind of just get away and I don't know, have a different experience. So,
that's cute.
and his friends were all really amazing. So,
Well, while you
to
were
be with-
there, I was here. And I
yeah,
went to
what were you doing?
GPS.
Oh, well, that's a completely different
It was
experience.
Completely different. And let me tell you, it was the makings of a scary. No, I'm kidding. It was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And like Dan Slater played, who was on our podcast before, and
Mhm.
Ben Baxton. I don't really know all my DJs, but They were good. It was really fun. It was a lot of people. Yes, we know COVID, Omicron, whatever, but we just, I don't know. Everybody had to show their vaccination cards. Like, we just have to learn how to live with things. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, it's like, you know, you got to weigh your chances, your odds on certain things, you know. But look, I have been vaxxed, boosted, flu shot. Like, I am doing everything.
She's ready to go.
Right? I am trying to do it all. You know what I mean? I'm like, if I need to take it, just let me know. I will take it.
Yeah.
But it was a good time. It was like, we had fun, you know.
GPS is always a good time, and especially with I feel like the DJs you had, and I'm sure that, you know, it's like the end of the year, and I don't know.
I know.
A little wrap up.
People are itching to do things, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, it's the end of the year, unfortunately. But like, I don't know. And then there's like New Year's Eve coming up, which I don't really have any like big plans. So
yeah, we're going to well, New Year's Eve. What's New Year's Eve?
We're going to dinner and a transgender show in a very legendary San Francisco place that's called Asia SF.
Oh,
okay.
I've been living there for 5 years, but I've never been, so I'm super excited to go. And we're doing Breakfast of Champions on the 1st.
Yeah,
we're gonna go to bed at 12:05 and wake up at 9 a.m. and go to party.
and go start partying.
It's a party that starts like 6 a.m. and goes all the way until 9 p.m.
You said it's kind of like a block party type vibe.
Yes, it's like a street festival / block party.
Fun.
Yeah,
And they also have the main venue who puts together this festival. They have the main stage inside the venue, so yeah, it's a little bit of everything, and it's not necessarily gay, but it's in San Francisco, so
it's kind of gay.
Yeah,
it's mixed.
The mix,
queer,
all about
like
queer community is great. I have
people wear a lot of interesting outfits.
Of
I guess we're gonna order a onesie. I guess.
Well, it's probably I mean, it's probably gonna be cold.
It's
so
gonna be
need
cold, so I'm here for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's cool. Like, New Year's for me is just very like, I kind of go with whatever, but I don't know. It's always like that one day of the year where everybody kind of builds up to, and then it seems like it's usually a kind of a dud. I don't know. Like,
I agree. I feel like it's a lot of build up for just one night, and it's usually way overpriced
for something that you normally do. Like for us, because we do a lot of things, so it's kind of like, okay, now I paid $150 to go to a party that is normally $30.
Yeah,
you know,
and it was like basically just to get in.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not really getting anything out of it,
right?
Besides like the experience, but.
So this year I'm not doing that. I think we may just have like a small gathering, and then I don't know, maybe something on New Year's Day because it's the 1st and that's a Saturday.
Isn't there another GPS?
It is on the 1st.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll do that. I don't know.
They are doing GPS and they're bringing in my friend Jarak. I mean,
that's the DJ that's going to be at GPS.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
The 31st.
He really likes Jarak. He's a DJ. So.
Well, maybe
I know him for 15 years. He's one of my good friends, and I would love to see him again, but. We made plans before he was announced, so sorry, Jarak.
Well, maybe I'll go say hi to him if I go. I don't know. I haven't bought a ticket. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, New Year's is never like my like favorite thing for some reason.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So what's new on the tube? On the television.
On the tube. Well, we were right. Well, we were just saying that, you know, Sex and the City's new show and just like that is started. I don't want to say back, but I guess it's back. Sex and the City's back. What did you guys watch? What do you think?
I did.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I watched all 3 episodes.
Did you like it?
I do like it.
I do too.
Me too.
I think it's good. I think honestly it feels like we kind of just like hopped right back in. It is a little weird without Samantha, I will admit, but I think I'm interested. I do. I'm a little. I don't want to like give spoilers. I'm a little bit upset at how the first episode ended.
Well, yeah, a lot of people were.
If you know, at this point, if you haven't watched the first episode, then you're not a Sex and the City fan. So.
Well, it may have worked. It may have worked for them now that there's like, I don't know if you know, but like the guy that plays that part, there's like just the other day, like these sexual like allegations that these women have filed have come out against him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like sexual misconduct.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so. It just came out like the other day. Like these 2 women have filed like reports against him. So, so that may have worked out for the show.
Yeah,
that his
maybe
character,
is no longer.
But I was, yes, with Samantha, and no spoilers. I mean, they did leave it open to try to get her back at some point, you know, like they didn't kill her off. So,
and some of my friends were upset about why, or the way they talk about her during the show, or they were like, Samantha, we have never done that. But I feel like that's what they were trying to do, just leave it open too.
I mean, I do kind of feel like they made her seem a little like too good for things. Well, I don't know. But she's Samantha. But she's Samantha.
During
so
the
like
episode, she did, or the next episode, she did something cute too.
Yeah.
Well,
even though she's not there, but
I wish she was in the show though. I do.
Well, I think they have to be careful because in real life, she's not happy. So they have to be careful how they portray her if they want to get her back at some point. So I think they have to walk a fine line. But even with her being gone, yes, I hope they can mend their fences and she can come back. But I like the show because I like the way that because I've always said this, I like the way that they have tackled a lot of things in that show. Like, well, one, I love the fact that they're older women now, and we have a show about older women. We don't really ever get that. It's normally about 20s and 30-something-year-olds and their dating lives and sex lives. So this is nice to see them like aged. And two, I love how they're dealing with diversity because when Sex and the City first started, it wasn't very diverse, but they could do that back then. You can't really do a show like that now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you have to have inclusion. Otherwise,
it's like inclusion of like not just like races, but just like even like, well, I don't want to give things away, but you know what I mean. So, I'm excited about the possibility of it too because it's just nice to have those characters back in our lives,
and it's very much filmed the same way. Yeah, that's what I like about it. Like I feel like I'm watching Sex and the City. I don't feel like I'm watching some like boot of something. I feel like they just kind of picked up where it left off, minus a character, and just it feels the same. I don't know, I like it,
and it makes you realize how much you miss those characters.
And then, like I know, and I can't like the previews for all like the next stuff. Like it makes me excited for what's to come.
And I don't know if this is a spoiler, but they have a podcast.
So that's right.
They do. They they threw like podcasts in there, and Carrie's doing that, and and I'm like, oh my god, does Carrie want to come on our podcast?
I know. Right? Can you imagine? Carrie's still
you're stuck with your boyfriend,
right?
Well, you're kind of like Carrie. So.
I don't think that's a compliment.
I'm just kidding. If anything, I probably like Carrie.
Well, Carrie's a little neurotic, but you know.
Anywho, next
you're like moving on. I don't know. So I'm so glad that show's back. A lot of things are starting to come back though on television. So, oh my God, I just watched. I know, and everybody dogged this show, but I watched it. Emily in Paris. It comes back tomorrow. So when this, tomorrow.
I liked Emily in Paris.
I know. So it's.
I never watched that. I couldn't go through that.
She was annoying.
Yeah,
she I watched the preview. I'm like, not for me.
She is annoying.
She was annoying, but it was. I don't know.
It was oddly, like, I don't want to say entertaining is the right word.
It was like entertaining.
Yeah, I guess maybe.
And you just love Paris as a backdrop.
Yeah, I think it was more so just watching something filmed in Paris for me, like, and like her kind of story with it. It kind of reminded me a little bit of like Devil's Wears Prada.
Yeah,
like that kind of. Yeah,
I love
but just not as
Polish.
Yeah, maybe that's the right word.
I mean, but I know what you mean. It wasn't. It was.
It gave that vibe, you know,
like
you have like the bitchy boss that like this girl who comes to Paris and she's trying to make a name for herself in this like industry and it was
the fashion and but it comes back, so I rewatched it.
Yeah.
So I not only did I watch it once, I watched it twice.
I don't know if it's that good.
No, because I'll tell you the reason why I did it is because I knew it was coming back, and so I had watched this show called The Witcher on Netflix.
I see previews of that all the time. I haven't watched it though.
So I watched it a year ago, and that came back this week. And so I had started like episode 1 of season 2. And like when you start a new season, they give you a preview.
Yeah.
I started watching that preview and realized that like some of that stuff, I was like, I don't remember seeing any of this. Like, I was like, what the hell? Yeah. So I went back and I watched
Was this a different show?
And that's what I felt like. Yeah. But I also realized that I'm trying this new thing when I watch TV. It's called paying attention and like putting my phone down.
I've been trying to do that. But
It's
still
so
fail.
right.
No, you're not. I mean, I feel like if you're interested, you pay attention.
Even if you are though, like it's like your phone's right there, and it's so easy to go on Instagram or
your mind like
Grinder, or
wanders.
like whatever it is you're doing.
Or you watch like 3 episodes and then you just lose interest.
Yes.
That's why I like movies better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I've also been watching Insecure.
Oh, that episode this past week was so good.
It was really good.
Oh,
Yeah. Good show. Love
the
it.
show.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
yeah. Anyways, since we rambled on about shows, I felt like what else did we were there was something I wanted to bring up and now I can't remember what it was. See, it must have not been that interesting because normally you can remember right off the bat.
That's fine.
Well,
We can
I have
always-
a question for you two. Did you guys, Christmas gifts? Are you guys exchanging gifts?
We are.
Are we?
You know,
No,
it's
yes,
time
we
for you to
are.
go back to SF.
Right? Like, ooh.
Yeah, just a little, you know,
Well,
something.
I should have sent y'all my little list of what I need. So because I need things.
You can. Sergio will buy it for you.
Right.
I told Adam we should just like play at least White Elephant.
Like, yeah, we could
We
still
can still do that because we're all going to be together on
We
Christmas.
could do
so
it.
we could do that.
Should we suggest a white elephant to the group?
We could.
Okay.
But we
We'll see. We'll talk
yeah,
about it.
That could be fun. Because honestly, the only gifts that I gotten this year are the gifts that I gotten for myself. The gifts under the tree are for me. So
You buy yourself some nice fucking gifts.
Well, who else
I
is
can't buy you those fucking gifts, girl. No Louis, and that's not coming from me.
Who else is going to buy them for me? Nobody else is. So I have to buy my own gifts. But one of my gifts that I did get myself this year that just came in yesterday
Oh, I know, she's
is
so
my
excited.
Lego Titanic, which I am so excited about. It is 9,090 pieces.
Such a nerd.
It's so good, though.
Let's build it during Christmas.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. No.
Oh, it's probably gonna take a long time.
I already started it today.
Did you?
So, yeah.
She's like, I got the stern
I
done.
did.
I got the bow and the stern.
I started the stern today. No, wait, did I? Yeah, I started it today because it's like it comes in 3 different big boxes. So you put it all together. Yeah, it's really big.
It's like a massive replica of.
It's like 4.5 feet long.
Yeah.
It's pretty big. I know.
Where are you going to put it?
Well, I'm going to buy a shelf.
and put it on the roof.
Now we know what we can give Steve.
Yeah.
A shelf.
Right. I have to buy a shelf. And
Yeah, that's a good
I don't
one.
know. It's just, I don't know. I love the Titanic. Like the whole story is fascinating to me. Always been fascinated with it. So when they came out with this, I was just hell bent on getting this. So anyways, Merry Christmas to me. Oh gosh. Anyways, I guess should we get into
We
the
should
meat?
get into the episode. let's sit here and talk about Sergio.
I
I'm just
know.
kidding. Let's make him more nervous.
Right.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Where's the wine?
We are having wine actually, though.
Okay, so let's get into Sergio. What?
Oh, I think you did that before. I'm scared.
No, let's get into what you're doing. So you are an entrepreneur in the entertainment industry.
Yes.
Yes.
I
And
am.
what exactly are you doing?
Well, I have a new company that created this year called Ardila Presents. Ardila is my last name.
Not Ardila.
Not Ardilla, not to be confused as a squirrel in Spanish. No, that hunted me like my whole.
He doesn't like that.
life.
I've joked around about it. It's not funny.
Everyone
It's
used to
not
call
funny.
me Ardilla, and that's not my last name. It's Ardila, 1 L. So get it right. Ardila Presents, and I'm focusing right now on party production, but I'm also working as a consultant on opening a new venue from literally it's crashed in Oakland. If you don't know where Oakland is, that's in California. And that's that venue should be ready by the end of June.
And that'll be a event space that you'll be working with after that as well, potentially.
Actually, throw a party there already. When there was nothing, literally, they went out of business. That space went out of business during COVID, and for Oakland Pride. I don't want to say Oakland Pride, but Pride Fest, because Oakland Pride actually didn't happen. But there was something to replace it. That's Pride Fest Oakland. I did the closing party for that.
Yeah, and it was really fun.
Well, we have to say that for that, you did come on here and talk.
You did.
That's the one that you were promoting at the time when you came on before with your business partner, right?
Yeah, Sean Sullivan. He rented that space now permanently after we did the first Love the Circuit Party, which it was so successful. It was so good. It was great to see all of my friends there. Then now he rented as a permanent space, and we're working on it together to create a new venue in Oakland for big events, not only for the LGBT plus community, but it's just for everyone. It's going to be an open space just to people from the community to create and come together.
That's cute. So when I do my art gallery, because I'm going to work on some art, I have not started, but I'm going to come there and do my show.
Just set up all your paintings.
We are looking for artists to have them on our walls.
I'm telling you, I've always wanted to do this. So when I get it
send
together,
me your book.
I'm going to do this.
You better get it together, bitch.
Yeah.
Look, I can paint.
For sure.
You actually can.
And we
can
will
paint a little bit.
we'll help you sell them there.
See, this is what I'm saying.
Yep.
Exactly. I'm 2020.
And it's a cute space.
I mean,
went there.
2022 is going to be.
And it's going to be even better because we are building bars, building spaces. We'll have furniture now.
Yeah. I mean,
you guys are going to love it.
I started, seeing Sergio when he was starting that party at that space, and it was so intense. There was I mean, he had to figure everything out, because it was just a shell basically.
Yeah, they closed the year. So they closed early during the pandemic. So it had been a year when I decided to do this party there. So all the permits that they need for the city were gone.
Right.
So I had to literally go to police stations, firefighter station, to get all these permits. It was a lot of work, but I learned so much.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good learning experience.
So what makes one want to be a party promoter? What made you want to do this?
Well, I always had this idea in my mind where I always thought about myself about a creative person, but I felt that there was not something that I could, focus on. I did 2 classes for playing the drums. I used to sing, but I feel like because I was in Colombia, I just couldn't find the right people to work with or the right support, even within my own family. So I just went for business, and I ended up here, and I got a job as a paralegal when I first moved to California in a workers' compensation law firm, which I love that company. I just want to have a shout out to the owners, like Cass and Merrick Farber. They were super supportive, and a lot of what I know about the importance of giving back to the community, I learned there. But I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with the job itself. It was just very drowning emotionally, and I just felt like I couldn't help people the way I wanted to help them. Yeah. So then it came naturally. I helped some of my friends during the pandemic to have their small events. I would produce them. It was just for them and their friends. And I started from there.
But that felt right.
Yeah, it felt right. And then somebody, once the pandemic was over, that went to one of those small events, contacted me and said that his best friend wanted to have a gay event at her straight bar. They called me on a Monday, and the event was going to be on that same Friday. And I was like, okay, I think I can help you. And I took on, and it was very successful. After that, we had a permanent weekly gay night at the same straight bar in San Jose.
Which is good, and we need to do that more often because they come to our bars all the time.
we need to pop in every once in a while and be like, okay, just so you know.
Right, we going to start popping in y'all bars now because y'all keep popping in ours all the time. No, but that's really cool.
So they gave me the opportunity. Of course, I took it. At the time, I was still a paralegal. working on my full-time job. So it was very challenging, but I did it. And my friend Sean Sullivan, we were talking about him. He owns the main gay bar in Oakland. He saw that I was throwing those events.
That's a port bar, right?
Yeah, at the port bar. I was working with a lot of the same talent he works with. So he was very curious about, what I was doing in San Jose. So he came to one of my events. And after that, we sat down and he proposed me to work for Pride Fest Oakland. And he knew I'm a circuit queen. so I produced a circuit party that was called Loft as the official closing party for Pride Fest Oakland. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good for
and
you.
it was so much fun.
Yeah,
I remember. And Steven actually did some vocals for the party, just so we can
voiceovers.
Take that back. He had some introduction. He pre-recorded.
I asked Steve vocals. If he could help me creating some vocals for.
Like you want these husky vocals.
So while I'm in the middle of the party, I'm hearing my best friend saying things over the speakers who wasn't there, but
Well, I want to say kudos to you for being bold enough and having the balls enough to be like, this job is not making me happy. Yep. I'm going to get out of this and start trying to pursue something that makes me happy, because I feel like there's so many people, and myself included sometimes, where you're just like, girl, fuck this job, but you really just, you kind of get stuck and you know what I mean? And so it's very hard, but half that battle is actually finding the passion for something that you love enough to say, I'm going to kind of push everything aside to really pursue this. So good job.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. And finding the passion is not easy at all.
It's not.
I struggled with it, for a long time. I will, talk to other friends that are involved in the community, and and they will, try to guide me, but I couldn't find my place. But all I needed to be was myself.
Yeah.
And then
do what makes sense to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
because there's a lot of competition in the community, especially in that scene, and there's a lot of people that are going to tell you that you can't do shit, but it's just you just do what is true to you.
Part of it is just finding the passion and what you really, really want to put your energy into.
Yeah, because it's
like that's the hard part.
Especially something like that. It's a lot of energy. You're gonna,
and be willing to take the risk.
Yeah. I'm back to what Adam was saying about the competition and all of that. And just Sean really means a lot to me. Sean Sullivan. I consider him not only my friend but also my mentor in this industry where it's really hard to find real support.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is. He's very much like super supportive, and I can tell he wants the best for you and so many people in the community.
Exactly.
And
he's
just
not
doing
just like that with me.
Yeah.
He's like that with everybody who he believes in and show that can work hard.
Yep.
Well, that's important because, there is a lot of competition, but for me personally, a lot of times, I don't mind helping people because your light shining is not going to dim my light shining.
Yeah, that's how it should be. I
exactly
completely agree. We should all support each other, especially the amount of time it took to get us in our community to the point that we're at. We shouldn't be shunning people for what they want to do.
But you do have some of those people I can't help you until I get to blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, okay.
Or if I help you, then that means I'm not going to be as successful.
Yeah.
I never thought about having that support. Literally, he gave me not just the opportunity, but his money to work with. Right. Yeah. And I'm super grateful. I was able to have, for my first circuit party, DJ Tommy Love from Brazil as a headliner. Mm-hmm. And I had Trinity K. Bonnet from RuPaul that she did a special performance as Cardi.
Really good.
It was just amazing, and both Tommy Love and Trinity, they mean a lot to me in my personal life. It was just great. Yeah. It was an amazing moment.
Yeah, it was a cool experience being a part of, just seeing, and that comes from a lot of support that you have and people believe in you. So that's awesome.
Yeah. And that wasn't just not a platform for big names to be there, but also for my friends, go-go dancers, and other DJs to, have a platform.
I support go-go dancers. So.
she does support go-go dancers. I feel like a lot of where their money comes from is directly related to Stephen Henry.
But I will tip.
Then you should definitely come to my building because it's just go-go dancers there. My roommate right now is a go-go dancer.
I mean,
within the same building.
I don't know if I would survive your building, to be quite honest. I've heard.
Yeah, so his building is a Vara.
Yes, a Vara in San Francisco. If you're listening and you're from the Bay Area, you probably know. You probably know about us. You've probably been there in a kiki or two. So yeah, just all the people that work in the industry, like drag queens, go-go dancers, bartenders. DJs. During the pandemic, we didn't have a lot of places to go to, so we started just to hanging out together. And not that I know any of them, but I knew them. But we started hanging out together, and we ended up just getting into the same building. The opportunity was there, and we took it, and we have fun.
That sounds like fun.
Together.
It is fun,
but you can't just come showing up at my apartment. No, ma'am.
Now that we're back to normal life, I do find it sometimes okay, I need a moment.
Yes, no. If you're gonna, you text me first. Don't come just knocking on my door or talking about what you're doing.
I do means that when I'm here a little bit, honestly.
He does. I feel like my apartment building is a little bit boring.
Why no one's knocking in the door?
Why is nobody just randomly showing up here? That's more exciting.
You're like, this is not Melrose Place, girl. We don't do that.
I know, but it is a very cool community. Everyone's super amazing out there, and Vara, although it's a very different vibe than I'm used to because it is so inviting in that sense. It's really cool to see that you guys, all those people that even if they are just showing up at your apartment or whatever, they all actually support one another. They really do. I've seen them help one another.
But it feels like San Francisco's always kind of had a history of that, with the gay community. Going back from the Harvey Milk days and all that kinds of stuff. It seems to always have had that kind of everybody helps everybody kind of a community.
Yeah, and I just want to add to that yes, Ardila Presents even has my last name, and I took the initiative to create it, but I work on that company, or I work with all of them, with all of my friends, to give them a space and a platform to create, and that's which is what that is about. I wanted to name it with my last name because me being gay, not being able to have kids, and I'm the only
well, you can, but you don't want.
Yeah, I don't want to. But now biologically, and I'm then the only male within my family. So I just kind of wanted to do that also for my dad that has passed away 2-3 years ago. So that's why I name it like that. But it doesn't mean that it's about me. It's just it's about the community and giving a space to everyone.
Definitely,
that's fantastic.
Love it. So what do you have coming up? What's going on? I mean, I actually know everything because he tells me every day. But
why don't you tell them?
But the garden hose don't know.
But everybody else doesn't know.
I actually don't know everything either because
Yeah. Okay. Well, I want to talk a little bit before about we talk a lot about already how it started, but I want to talk about Love. Love is one of my brands within Ardila Presents. It is a circle party that changes depending on the occasion, the time of the year, etc. But it's always very inclusive, and it's always evolving. So when I'm working on this party, I take conscious decisions to make my party as diverse as possible when booking dancers, DJs, the queens, the photographer, the people at the door, everybody.
That's great.
So now that we had the big Love during Oakland Pride Fest, we are moving into San Francisco for a permanent gig that is going to be the second Sunday of each month. And each month is going to be a different theme. We're going to start working with different organizations. The first one is the LGBT Asylum Project, which helps people in other countries that are suffering for being gay, where they're like harassed by their own family and they don't have anywhere to go. They help them to come here and be their true selves.
Legal representation for those
exactly
people.
Legal representation for those people who needs to become an American in order to be safe. So that's the first organization. We're going to have that event on January 9th of 2022 at the Valencia Room in San Francisco. It's a beautiful venue, right in the Mission, only a couple blocks from Barra, where I live. So all the gays from Barra will be there.
That's cool. I mean, that's very important. Like, people having safe places, safe spaces is really important. And then, like, even when you say your parties with diversity, it's very important for you to be able to see yourself in something, right? Because for many years, especially in our scene, a lot of times, a lot of people don't see themselves, or hadn't seen themselves. So it's very important to see other people like you.
Yeah, if you think about it, like 10 years ago, like all the DJs on the circuit scene, they were white.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like it's just an upcoming talent from South America that I feel identified with, as I said earlier at the beginning of the podcast. Like, for example, Gerard, he's from the same city as I am, and now he's here in LA doing New Year's Eve.
Right.
How amazing, like that's the
But
type
that's
of people
what I'm
I
saying.
want to help.
Right. But you
like
want to be
him.
able to see that, because then other people know this is possible. I can do things.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
provides a
just
lot more
great.
opportunity for
I don't know. I just couldn't develop a talent myself to become an artist, but I would want to give a platform to those artists to develop themselves, and we'll see what happens. So these first Love the Winter Tea Dance, which is in January 9th, will be just full of local San Francisco talent. Everybody working in that party are from San Francisco or the Bay Area. So we are featuring these new two DJs, which I love. They work together, DJ Giovanni Sanz and DJ Cosmic, both from San Francisco. And special performance by the multi-talented and very supportive of my career, Amoratiz and Melanie Sparks. It will be the official birthday bash for my friends, Chad Stewart and Juan Cruz. And it's also my birthday. So if you want to meet Adam's boyfriend, come to my party. I'll be there. It's Sunday,
Adam,
January
we should
9th.
do like a dance number or something.
So that means Steve's coming. We were trying to convince him to come
with a
before the
number of
podcast
some
started.
sort.
I mean, if that means you're gonna come, then
But that's on a Sunday. I'd love me a Sunday, but we'll see. We'll talk about it.
It only goes until 10 p.m. You decide after that if you want to go
So
to
I
the
was
Kiki
going to ask
Ibarra
you
or not.
because you called it a tea dance. I was like, is this really early? Because tea dances are typically early.
It is from 4 p.m. until 10 p.m.
Okay, so that's really okay. That's tea dance
But
hours.
we're gonna move to bar after that.
Well, of
and
course, we
so
know the party.
yeah,
We
we're
know the
gonna
party
keep
won't
going.
stop. We know the party's going to keep going.
And also, the venue, the Valencia Room, has an event right after. It's their Latin night. If you rather stay there, you can. No re-entry charge. So, yeah. And they've been amazing to work with. My first party with them is coming up, but they've been very supportive and also, of everything that we're doing. So, shout out to them and go and check out all their events.
Yeah,
That sounds fun.
very fun.
It really does.
I'm here for it. I can't wait.
I really haven't been to San Francisco in a minute, though. I feel like I don't remember. I feel like the last time I went is that time that we went to Folsom.
Folsom. we didn't. I don't feel like we did it very properly.
No,
but-
we did not. We
but,
did not.
yeah.
But it was an
I haven't done
experience.
false.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
I've done it. It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Period.
Yeah, that's a
Period.
whole nother story, though.
we'll go next year, Steve.
I mean, I don't. Yeah.
So I also wanted to talk about Energia. Energia is another of my projects. It's a party at the Power Bar in Oakland. The next one is on December 30. It's a Thursday. And what I want to, talk about this party is because it's a South American and Brazilian inspired party. And I know it sounds a little bit redundant when I say South American and Brazilian, but I just feel like Brazilians are always left out of every single Latin party. We don't listen to any music in Portuguese or anything like that. And they actually have amazing music. This party is hosted by the beautiful, talented Brazilian bearded queen, Melanie Sparks. The party started.
She can sing.
Yeah, she can also sing.
She can sing. Cool.
Yeah, the party started a few months ago on the last Thursday of the month. But due to its success, we're moving to the last Saturday of each month, starting on January 29th. So come and see us at the Port Bar. The party starts at 9 p.m. on the last Saturday of each month, starting on January. If you want to come in December, come on Thursday, December 30th. Don't go on January 1st.
Right. Okay, but Sergio's going to have all this on his Instagram too.
Yes.
We'll figure it all. Yeah. We'll figure that all out. But yeah, I've been to that one of those in parties at Port Bar, and I say Energia, but it's not pronounced like that. It's how he pronounces it.
No, that's actually right. So what I wanted when I named this party was a word that means the same in Spanish and Portuguese, and that it was easy to pronounce on English. So you can say Energia.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay. Then I like going to Energia, but the music was bomb.
Yeah.
I danced a majority of the night.
The name comes from a talkie. What's the name of these DJs that you love?
Sophie Tucker.
Sophie Tucker.
Yeah,
Sophie Tucker.
Yeah.
They have a song with Pablo Vittar that's called Energia, which is a great song. But that's where the name of the party comes from.
Yeah.
I'm always down for some Brazilian music because I can shake my ass.
You can really just you don't even know how to control it. It just comes out of your body. Like I have to just move my hips right now, and there's nobody else that can stop me.
Yep. So I'm always down for that.
Yeah.
You know, anything that you can really dance to is well, I'm here for it. Or sing to.
Here for it.
You're right. You know, it's like, don't tell me I'm not hitting those notes.
Don't tell me I'm not twerking like Megan Thee Stallion up there on stage.
It's true.
Anyway,
well,
yeah, that's awesome. I'm obviously so proud of you. I'm not just biased. I've seen you and heard about everything you're doing on a daily basis, and I'm just happy for you.
Thank you so much. Well, I was just telling him as well that I've been listening to the podcast, since we started hanging out, but it's the first time I see him here, and I just very proud of you too. I love you.
Both of us.
How cute is this moment? This is what we call a moment.
This is a moment. And thank you, babe.
You should have a sound for that too.
I know.
Where do I press?
The star one.
I need to add some more
twinkle
sounds
on your eye one.
Add some more sounds or connect to my phone. I don't know.
So I guess we know what you're doing, but where do you want to go with Ardila Presents? Is it you just keep this route and kind of see where it takes you?
Yeah, I didn't know. I'm a firm believer that things just will come to you, and just to listen to your gut. So right now, this is where my gut's telling me.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
It's just to keep building my network and help people. I didn't mention this before, but I also include a lot of other entrepreneurs into my parties for them to, and especially from the LGBT community, for them to have a booth or promote and sell during my party. Yeah. My dentist just joined. They gave us dentist. Yeah, my dentist. He's also from Colombia. He has his own practice in the city in San Francisco. He just joined. Ardila Presents help us pay for some of the talent, and that way we can promote him as well. So it's just like a win-win, that's what I'm all about. And personally, I always want to be within this industry, entertainment, and helping gay people. For me, it wasn't easy to come out or to get here and be myself, So I just want to help others to get there a little easier than me, or not as easy. I met so many people through this whole process. They had it harder than me, and that it really inspires me to help more people.
Pay it forward, people. That's what it's about.
Absolutely.
Well,
I love it. Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah. Good job. Keep it up.
Keep it up.
Good things always come.
And we'll get Steven out to San Francisco.
To San Francisco. I will go. Parties. I will get there. I will be there. I like to support. I really do.
Well,
we'll see you there.
Until then, I think we should get into our last segment.
All right.
Ooh, I've been waiting for this.
Yep, here we go.
Ma'am, what do you think?
All right, this one is, we'll just have a fun one. We won't do anything
always picking the cards
too crazy today. Okay, so ma'am, what do you think about congratulating somebody who actually wasn't pregnant?
That's horrible.
So Sergio goes first.
I thought this was funny. So Sergio, you answer that question.
Yeah, that's
Have you ever
horrible.
done that?
No, I don't think so.
But there are some people that do look pregnant that you're like, ooh.
It's so funny this question.
And then just say nothing.
No, I didn't say. I've never done it personally, so I'm putting my answer out there. I've never done it, but there have been times where I've questioned, like, is that person pregnant? Like, I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm always around gays, and I'm never pregnant. At least not for more than 24 hours. So I just never get to say that.
This is true. What about you, Adam? Have you ever done that?
Yes, it's really weird that this question came up because I have accidentally one time at someone's wedding. At a wedding, but it wasn't to the bride, thankfully.
Thank God.
But it was to this other girl that had just had a baby.
Well, at least she had just had one.
And I said, but I said, I'm so happy for you guys. Congratulations. When are you due? Because she still kind of had a little bump. And so I was just, trying to be nice. And she's like, I've already had the baby. And I was like, okay. So fast forward to today, literally today, there's this woman that I work with on a daily basis when I go into the office who is walking around without a coat on. It's always really cold in the office. So people wear coats and sweaters and things. She just had a tighter shirt on and she had a bump.
Oh no.
And I didn't say anything.
Okay.
I've learned because after saying that to somebody and then their face is no, I'm not pregnant. It's but it's kind of traumatizing. Yeah. So I was well, I want to say congratulations to this woman because she looks like she's clearly pregnant, but I could not do it. And so she walked past me, she even said hi to me, everything. She loves me, and I couldn't even say anything. I couldn't get myself to say anything to her. And so I assume this woman is pregnant at work, but because of my past experience of congratulating somebody when they're pregnant or when they're not pregnant, whatever.
Just let somebody else do it first.
Yeah,
and then
I'm just going to wait.
Then you jump on, you're like, oh, yeah, girl.
Oh, so what?
Just go and say something else.
I don't know. What do you think? Have you done this?
I've never done it. I've never done it.
No, I never thought this would happen to me in my life.
You know I have a big mouth, but I have never done that. I have said some things, but that I have not done. Yeah, I would just err on the side of not saying anything if I'm not sure.
Yeah, well.
Although there was this, I'm not even going to say that story, but, there's a friend of ours that.
Kindergarten hoe.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Right.
There.
Yeah. No,
yeah. We'll leave that.
Just people, if you're not pregnant. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that because then I just seem like a bad person if I tell this
just
story.
wear a sign.
So we don't. That doesn't happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. Well, that's what we think about that.
That's what we think about that. Alrighty. Well, I think that wraps up the episode. I'm so happy you came on and talked about everything you're doing. It's all amazing. Obviously,
thank you.
Unbiased. I'm just saying.
I'm very happy. I'm here. Thank you for having me.
And tell people where they can follow you, where they can stalk you.
They can find me tag in Adam's pictures. I'm here. Or you can follow me on my personal Instagram is Ardila Sergio. ARDILA SERGIO. And you can also follow my brand, Ardila Presents, ARDILA PRESENTS.
Bam.
Nice.
Bam.
Yes. And then also, obviously, please follow us at Adam and Steve Podcast, or me at Adman2005, Steven at
Green Eye Steve.
And thank you all for listening. Remember that God made Adam and Eve, but he also made
Adam and Steve.
Any problems?
Pray about it.